Welcome back. This is the finale, I guess, of the, well, we're just doing Liquid Death today, and after this is probably the last drink review I'm gonna do, for a while, unless I see something release, relatively soon that is interesting. But this is the last of me sort of just going back and doing something that, like, I thought would be interesting. First thing I want to, like... draw attention to is I did forget one in the first review, so I'm doing it now. We've got, you can barely see that, Bury It Alive. There's a berry flavored one that I somehow missed, and I only realized that I missed that when I went to the store to pick up the teas. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't think I tried this berry one. So that's my mistake. I just accidentally, I didn't realize there's six different, like, there's the regular one, the seltzer, the lime one, the mango one, the new melon one, and then there's also the berry one. This is not new, this has been out. So we're gonna try the berry one really quick. As you can see, like the rest of them, it looks like water. So we're just doing this one really quick. Again, this one has a really light flavor. I think just like the lime one. Very light in berry flavor. You can barely taste it. It's got passion fruit, hibiscus, and black cherry in there as well. Looks like. Yeah, it's very light. It barely tastes like anything, really. Very similar to the lime one. I think it's nice. It's refreshing, you know. It gets the job done. But it's obviously not the most flavored of the waters. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned in the original review, but like the flavored waters are all also sparkling. They're not just like regular flavored waters. Although, that might be interesting. I used to drink... My dad used to buy those sometimes. He would go to the store, and we would be really excited to get like flavored waters for whatever reason. I don't even remember why. It was just like a tradition. We would go to the store. I don't remember us doing that for long because I think we just drank soda mostly after that. But there was a period of time where we got really excited about getting like a flavored water. We're like, yeah, I can get the berry water. I don't know why. It's just a memory I have. And now I think back on it, I'm like, that was weird. Like, when was that I would have been excited about that? I would have had to be pretty young, I think. But I also feel like flavored waters have kind of like, you know, just fallen off. It's not, you don't see them very often anymore, do you? I feel like I never see like a, you know, just a flavored water. Like this is, anytime it's flavored, it's often as like a soft drink, as like a, you know, a sparkling water, you know, like a LaCroix. It's like lightly flavored, but it's also sparkling. But you never really get the just like waters that are just flavored, you know, and not sparkling. Strange. Sorry, I poured way too much of that, so I had to like drink a lot. By the way, yet again, these are not alcoholic, so don't worry about that. I know they look, you know, intimidating, but I've also been hearing, apparently, I saw like somebody on Twitter posting about like, I don't think Liquid Death is doing very good as a brand. Somebody posted about like you know, they went to the store and apparently they were in a town that was experiencing like a drought or a water shortage, and they posted a picture of their shelf at like their grocery store. Maybe I'll pull up the picture here. I'll put up the picture, but it basically was showing like all of the waters had been taken except for Liquid Death. Nobody was buying the Liquid Death. Which I thought was funny because it is just water. So it's like interesting that maybe their marketing is like working against them in a way. And maybe nobody actually is like, these will probably disappear. Maybe, you know, not too long from now. I don't think they deserve it, to be honest. I think they make something decent. I don't think it's like, you know, much different from a lot of the other brands doing the same thing, you know, but It's all marketing, you know? I don't know. It might be working against them more than it's helping them. You know what I mean? Because it might just be appealing to the people that don't really care about water. It's trying to appeal to the people that don't like actually care about water, but just want to kind of like feel edgy, you know, which is kind of a thin, you know, appeal. It's a very thin appeal. That would be my guess. And the people that just actually want water just buy normal looking water instead of water that looks like it's gonna kill you if you drink it. It's like poisonous. Anyways. God, I don't know how to do this without dropping these. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's try. We've got Liquid Death, Iced. Oh, God, I can't even get them all in frame. Liquid Death. I'm just going. Screw it. We're just going full without my face. Liquid Death, Iced Teas. There you go. Okay. There's 3 of them. Okay. I don't like how it's too freaking bright on this camera. It's like I look pale as hell, and I'm not. I'm actually not pale. It's just because the screen is pure white, you know? It's just like I have a browser open. Now it's blue, so it's gonna show me as blue. I don't know what to do. I just have to buy a better camera. It's like, that's not what I look like, okay? I'm not like pure pale white, I promise. Not that it matters, but I at least have some sort of, you know, redness to my face. Also, my hair, at least my beard is more of a reddish brown, and it just looks like really dark in this light on that camera. So here we go. We're starting with, again, I poured too much. The Grim Leafer. Grim Leafer. I assume this is just the default one. Because the other 2 are like, you know, one's an Arnold Palmer and the other's a peach flavored one. So the Grim Leafer sounds to me like it's just black tea. And according to the ingredients, it is. There's a little bit of agave in it, so we're gonna try this out. Okay, the thing to compare this to would be more like an Arizona tea. It's definitely not as sweet. It seems like they held back a lot on the sugar. There's still sugar in here, but I feel like they tried to sweeten it more with more natural things like the agave nectar. Oh yeah, there's barely any sugar in here. Well, I say barely, and it says 15 milligrams of sodium, 6 grams of sugar. Not that much sugar, and it definitely doesn't taste like as sugary as like an Arizona green tea, you know. But personally, I think it's like just enough. It's just the right amount of sweet for like a tea. It's not too bitter. It's like just sweet enough. Not too sweet, not too much sugar. Like an Arizona kind of hits me too much sugar. If you don't put any sugar on at all, if you steep it too long, you know, a tea can be more bitter. It's not that bitter. You know, it tastes like tea. I think this is quite good. I think they did a good job with this one. Just for like a basic tea. Obviously, this isn't like a lemon tea. I know a lot of people, if you drink like Lipton, I think you might be more used to like a lemon flavor in your tea. You know, oftentimes I get iced tea from, you know, fast food restaurants and places. I think this is generally better as you know, a manufactured, you know, a specifically manufactured product, whereas like you get an iced tea from a fast food, it just depends on how they made it that day, you know. But this is like, you know, this would probably be consistently like pretty good. I think personally, your preference in tea is just gonna be a personal thing. It's just however you feel about how you like your tea. But this is like good. I think this is like good for me. For me, this is like perfect. Now the thing I just thought about is that because it's tea, it would have some amount of caffeine, I'd assume, which is interesting if Oh, here we go. Microdose of natural caffeine, 30 milligrams per can. So, obviously, not that much, but like a good amount of caffeine that you would get from that. This is good. This is quite nice. I'm a big fan of Arizona teas as well, even though I did mention it's like a little too much sugar. I used to drink it all the time when I was a teenager. Me and my friends were really into tea because we were like hipsters. So we thought it'd be funny if we were like tea guys and we drank a lot of tea and we talked about tea a lot. We thought that'd be hilarious. And then we just really got into tea and just started drinking a lot of different types of teas. I started drinking Arizona a lot. They have a ton of different flavors. I know that's kind of, plebeian in terms of your teas. It's just a step above maybe like a Lipton tea, but, I drank a bunch of other stuff, but if I was going to go to the store and buy a tea, I would usually go for an Arizona over anything else. Which brings us to the armless Palmer. The Arnold Palmer. It's obviously a play on the word Arnold Palmer, which if you don't know what an Arnold Palmer is, it's a type of drink. It's also a golfer, but I don't know if he created the drink. I'm going to assume that's the case, and I'm not going to look it up. But obviously, like, an Arnold Palmer is half iced tea, half lemonade. It's a very simple drink, but a pretty popular combination of things. People on a hot day, you either reach for an iced tea or you reach for a lemonade, but why not both? Thus the Arnold Palmer. Thus. Alright, I poured less of this time. Again, looks like iced tea. I did show it the cam. So I've not been smelling. Well, I have been smelling it, but it's kind of feels unnecessary with this. Oh. Hold on. The taste of this is unexpected. I don't think this is lemonade. So if I look at the ingredients, it says lemon juice concentrate and natural flavor lemon. So I think this is an iced tea with lemon flavor. It's a lemon iced tea rather than an Arnold. It's not actually an Arnold Palmer because it has to be. It's a half and half lemonade iced tea. It's if you don't do that, it's not an Arnold Palmer. It's just lemon flavored iced tea. Yeah, if I drink it with that expectation, that's what it is. But it caught me off guard by not being what I expected. It's not a good thing to do usually. It's just set yourself up to be one thing and then be something completely different. So the way I would describe that is it's basically like the original iced tea, the Grim Leafer, but with a light hint of lemon flavor on top of it. Like I said, yet again, not an Arnold Palmer, but but it's also 10. No, never mind. I was gonna say it's 10 more calories, but that is actually wrong. It's the same amount of calories. That's what they did. That's the best way to describe it. It's a lightly sugared iced tea. With this one just has a little bit of natural lemon flavoring on top of it. And some concentrate, I believe. A little bit of lemon juice concentrate. So, not that much. Not that much. It's not overpowering. You can barely taste it. But it's there. You can recognize that it's there. So, the last one. Rest in Peach. Oops, I probably shouldn't shake these. Rest in Peach, I assume, is going to be the same thing, but with a light peach flavoring. Again, it's brown, it's iced tea. It smells nice. Nice peach smell. Peach is always good. if you want to appeal to me, make your thing peach flavored, and I'll probably like it. The interesting thing about this is the peach almost just overpowers the tea. It almost just tastes like a peach drink instead of like an iced tea. But because the iced tea part of it is really light, everything about it is really light. It's just a combination of very light flavors. There's always one thing that sort of wins out, and in this case, it feels like the peach is really winning out. I'm finding it a little hard to make a judgment call on that one. I honestly think I prefer the other two. I honestly think my favorite is just the regular iced tea, because it's so light in the extra flavors. The Arnold Palmer, I feel like would be better if it was actually an Arnold Palmer instead of like a lemon flavored iced tea. This one's like light peach flavor on top of tea, but it's just overpowering that extra. I don't know how to describe it. It's like confusing. It's like the iced tea, you can't taste that part of it. So it feels like a really lightly flavored like hint of peach with something else that's like not water. You know, it's like maybe if it were a lightly flavored peach water, it'd be like decent, but it's like it's clearly not water. I feel like if I handed that to someone and I was like, identify what that is, I don't know if they'd be able to tell it's iced tea. I think is maybe the point I'm trying to get there. I don't know. I don't know that I'm a big fan of this. Even though I said like a peach flavor, always good. I always like that. I think out of all of these, I would just prefer the Grim Leafer, because I think the thing I like about this one is that it's proud of the fact that it's tea. It's like proud to be tea. You know, like this is a tea. The other ones you can barely even like tell that it's a tea. Well, okay, I'll give you the Armless Palmer. Still tastes like a tea with a light lemon flavor. I don't know. It's just like, you know, I like tea. I like the flavor of tea. I like when the tea sort of comes through. And I feel like the default one is really my favorite here. The other two are just kind of hiding the tea flavor with another light flavor that it almost seems like they're trying to hide that flavor a little bit as well. It just gets kind of confused. Like, what's the point? What's the point of what I'm drinking exactly? It's not bad. It's just like, I'm not crazy about it, you know? It's just like, I don't think I'd be like, man, I'm really, you know, hankering for an Armless Palmer Liquid Death. I think I would just prefer to just drink the regular tea if I was gonna get any of these. Just the regular one. That's it, I guess. Out of all of these, I guess I did start reviewing. The Beast Unleashed I gave like a 9 out of 10, which I kind of stand by. Those are really good. Those are really solid drinks. But I also realized that I kind of reviewed them all a 9 out of 10, you know. And these I feel like maybe I should do separately. So let me try to like rank them in my brain. I still think the Mango Chainsaw Liquid Death is like the best one. Okay, I still have every cans left of all the other ones, so I'm gonna get all of them and I'm gonna, you know, compare them, okay? All right, so still my favorite is like the Mango Chainsaw, right? That one's number one for me. We're gonna put that over here. Number two. This is gonna be hard now. I gotta compare between, I think, the like Severed Lime and the Bury It Alive. I think, which I would probably put. Honestly, I think I would put the lime over the berry, but I think they give me a similar experience. Whoa. Knocked them all over. I'm gonna then put the Grim Leafer tea. I almost want to put it above the other two, but I'm gonna put it there. I might do something weird here, because then there's the Convicted Melon, which I said was kind of garbage. It's kind of, you know, I did mention that I think it's the type of thing that can grow on you over time. And I feel like it has kind of been growing on me over time. I can taste the watermelon now as like what they were going for, as like a realistic like watermelon flavor. And the more I drank it, the more I was like, oh, okay, I can identify the watermelon. And then the paprika is actually kind of an interesting kick inside it. I don't actually, the more I drink of it, the less I mind it. The more I'm like, I kind of am okay with this being the way that it is. So I might put the convicted melon there after the Grim Leafer. And then I think I'm going to put the, I'll probably put the Armless Palmer iced tea. I am putting the iced teas pretty low here. So, and then I'm just going to put like, okay, so then the last two is just the sparkling water and the regular water. I think that's just fair that they would be kind of at the end. Just going to put the regular water at the bottom because it's literally just water and everything else is like flavor on top of just water. So I'm like, I don't like any of them less than just water. That would be, I'd hardly make, I'd have to dislike them, I guess. And I don't think I'm there. So, I think that's how I'm going to order them. So the mango chainsaw, I think I'm going to give like a, see, I feel like if I give ratings now, I'm like gonna want to change my mind in the future, and I guess that's okay. If I like in the future, I'm like, you know, I find something and I'm like, yeah, this is definitely better than that. Liquid chains, like the mango chainsaw, it's like I kind of want to put like, I almost in my mind I'm thinking like, okay, that's like an 8, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm sure I'll find a drink that I'm like, okay, that's an 8, and I'm like, that's not as good. Like, the mango chainsaw is definitely not as good as that. So, I'm going to put it more down to, like, a 7, I think, at the moment. And then the rest I'm going to kind of put a little bit lesser. I'm gonna give the Severed Lime, like, a 6.8. 7's not bad, by the way. A lot of people think 7's bad. It's not. I don't think it's bad. I think once you get to, like, 50, you're on the line of, like, you know, once you're below 50, you're like bad, right? That's just what makes sense. So Severed Lime gives 6.8. I'll give the berry one a 6.8 as well. The Grim Leafer. So this is where I kind of feel bad about it. I'll put it on the same line, 6.8. The Convicted Melon is tricky. I want to give it like a 6.3. I know I'm kind of being a jerk about it with the point systems, but you know that's what I'm doing. The Armless Palmer and the Armless Palmer I'll give a 6.1. Rest in Peach will give a 6. And then there's the sparkling water. I almost just want to put these like I'll give it like a 5.2. Okay, and then I feel like it's fair to just give water like a 5. It's like in the middle, it's water. What do you expect? It's like, it's not either good or bad, it's right on the line. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm sticking by my ratings. Show the ratings on the screen. They're on the screen. There they are. It's all rated. I've rated every Liquid Death. You can argue with me in the comments if you want to rate them differently. You can call me names and stuff if you want also. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I might change my mind in the future, but that's the video. Alright, we're done reviewing stuff for a while. Or until there's some new drink. I'm not going to do bulk reviews like this, you know, regularly. It's just like if something interesting comes out, that's when I'll do it. I have other things I want to kind of focus more time on. Other gaming related videos I kind of mentioned before. I've been like losing subscribers lately, which I found really interesting. I don't really know why. I'm trying to like, I thought about just making a video like, you know, being like, hey guys, what kind of content do you think I should do? Because I'm getting a little confused. But I also, between like just doing a Let's Play, I have ideas for that and for bringing another, Epic Mickey type thing back. But I've also been, thinking about just like spending more time on like a video talking about something instead of like just doing another Let's Play. But I could just do that. It's just easier to do that, and but sort of struggling with that concept at the moment of which way I should go, because if I go the way where I spend a lot of time putting together a video, I'm like, I'm gonna be uploading not much for a while, and I don't know how that's gonna like matter, but I almost feel like I shouldn't care. Just do what I feel like, anyways, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.